This is Dirk Pinkerton's ringed inversion. This is a prototype, and man, I hope to see this thing come into production. You may remember this design. This is his Dirk Pinkerton's inversion made by Kizer. Very cool knife. I think of it as sort of a luxury pikal knife because it's nice, you know, S35VN steel and titanium frame lock, and can be used like a utility knife, but is optimized for this sort of pikal style. Well, he's up the ante with the ring, and it's a removable ring. So you buy. The idea is when you get the knife, it comes with the ring. You can put it on, leave it on, or take it off. I've had this for a couple of weeks. This came to me from Dave, this Old Sword Blade Reviews. He had it last. And it works really well. Have it in pocket, and you just grab the ring, deploy it as you pull it out. With that, wham, you have it right in your hand like this. If you pull it out like this, then you can do the cool thing and flip it around. I can't do it under this camera, but basically flip it around until it's seated in your hand properly. Now, I have mixed emotions about rings ever since I interviewed Ed Calderon, and he talked about how badly rings can jack up your fingers. He was talking mostly about karambits and ring daggers and those kind of things if improperly used. But this placement is really good. Let me show you what I mean. Let me dip into the old collection here. I'll bring out my two folding karambits for comparison. Here is the Fox Knives 599, and then here is the Emerson Knives Super Karambit. And both of these knives place the ring on the top of the handle, or on the end of the handle where the pommel would be if it were not with a ring. And these are both great, and I love them, and they're well respected and all that. But this ring placement makes way more sense to me. I never understood why almost all karambits you'll find are like this, with the ring kind of like the center of the ring going down the center line of the handle. It seems like the center of the ring needs to be totally offset so that you can make a natural fist, a natural grip, or a natural hammer grip on your knife, if you will, without altering the angle of your handles and your knuckles right here. Like look, I'll try and do the same thing there. And if I do, well, it sort of works, but it changes. This does not feel like it's meant to be like that. It's supposed to be like this, but now it puts my finger at a weird, and my hand and my wrist at a weird angle. That's not like a fist-like angle. And I know karambit people who are very well trained at karambit are now going to say, well, it's not supposed to do that. And yeah, I get it. I know. I've done some karambit training, and there are better designs than others. And actually, I find that the ones that have the rings further out are better. So that's my long way of saying, Dirk, I like where you put the ring. Yeah, I guess it makes sense in terms of manufacturing, but you could just as easily put one off to the end to worse effect, or to no good effect. Yeah, I like that. So titanium ring might be a little small for bigger sausage fingers. My fingers are pretty slender. I'm a pretty slender fingered gent, and I just think if you have big giant fingers, it might need a larger hole there. Beautiful pikal-style blade, except this one is a reverse Tonto pikal-style blade, or Wharncliffe. Love that. You can see that here. Very, very nice. The slightly different shapes, but basically the same thing. The inversion. Now, a cool thing about the inversion is that, oh wait, let me see. Yeah, same clips. The inversion, you can pop it open with the thumb using this thing. You can use this thing on your pocket and wave it open like that, you know, when you draw it out, or you can use this little tiny flipper, which I love. Now with the ring, one thing that I really like about the Inversion, and we're going to look at the Kizer version right here, without the ring, is that it's almost equally as good as a utility knife, say cutting stuff, cutting into boxes, as it is a pikal knife, because you can just turn it around your hand, and it's actually very comfortable held like this, albeit it looks a little weird. It's also very comfortable like this or like this. So this knife works great as a weapon and as a practical tool. With the addition of the ring, a little less as a practical tool. You know, now you're just kind of holding on to it in a very awkward way. So the judge might buy that this is more of a tool than this. You add that ring and it starts to really look weapony. Maybe that's why it appeals so much. Could you use that as a knuck? I guess. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. It's bolted in, or it's screwed in with 2 screws. Yeah, screwing in from both sides. This screw is loose. It looks like I gotta put that back in. But I'm betting that this will be able to take it. Oh, that's too big. I'm gonna have to screw that in. Looks like it's loose there. But yeah, I think you could use that as an impact, you know, punch with it, cut with it. You know, you have that tip down, edge in profile. So appealing and so kind of odd looking. It looks like, you know, inversion is a good word. It looks like the blade is in there the wrong way. So. Titanium. I'm not sure who made this or who's going to make it. But I can't wait. I hope this is a go. I'm not sure. I know this is a prototype, so I can only assume that he's going to have this thing made, because it is awesome. If you love the Inversion, which I do, and then want the versatility of an added ring, if and when you feel like having it, there it is. That's pretty sweet. I guess the contours of the handle are a little bit different. Yeah, a little softer here. Nice. All right. Thank you so much, Dirk, for loaning me this super awesome prototype of your ringed Inversion. I love it. And man, your knives are always impressive to me. All right. Thanks for watching.